Ain't no way.
Open the door! Open the door!
What the fuck?
She tried breaking in through
Oh
a nearby
fuck
window.
no. What the What's good, you guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna be reacting to 7 disturbing moments caught on Ring camera. But before we hop into the video, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. A vote with the scariest encounter you guys have ever had or seen. Without further ado, let's hop in.
Of November 2019, at around 8 p.m., a doorbell camera at a home in Harriet Creek Ranch, Texas, captured footage of a young girl approaching the front door. She was holding a flashlight and looked extremely distressed. She also kept checking behind her, likely to see if someone was following her or not.
Help, please.
But I hate when it's like little kids involved because
Fortunately for her, the house
they're
she
so
approached
like
was
helpless
empty.
sometimes.
The residents were away on vacation, so no one was there to answer. This made her even more panicked as she continued to beg for help.
Please help.
That's sad, man.
By
Where's
the
her
time
parents?
the homeowners noticed the footage, it was already too late. The little girl was long gone, and there were no signs of her anywhere in the neighborhood. But the big question remained: who the girl was, and why she had come to their door in such a frightened state that night. The homeowners didn't recognize her, and she didn't look like any of the neighbors' kids either, so they contacted the police and also uploaded the footage online, hoping the video might reach someone with more information on her. Sadly, it's been 6 years since this footage was
I feel like it could have just been like a plot to if there was open a door, like, you know, there's people probably hiding in the bush that she's looking back at.
captured, and no one has been able to identify the young girl. That said, people online have come up with a few theories that
I
might
hope she
contain
saved
some
them.
truth. The more cynical side of the internet believes the girl was nothing more than bait for a group of robbers hiding
Yeah.
just outside the camera's view. It's a known tactic where robbers send a scared-looking child or woman to the front door. Out of concern, the homeowner opens the door to
That's what I feel like. If it was to happen to me and it was like, I probably want to open the door. I'll probably say like, stay right there. I'll call the cops for you or something.
help, only for the robbers to appear from hiding and force their way inside. However, this theory doesn't really hold up when you consider just how genuinely distressed the girl sounded.
Yeah.
Her voice and the frantic way she knocked seemed too real for a child that age to be faking. The more likely and more tragic theory is that this girl was 9-year-old Serenity Dennard, who had gone missing earlier that year.
Oh.
Serenity had been diagnosed with reactive detachment disorder and disruptive mood dysregulation disorder, which caused emotional instability and frequent attempts to run away. She was admitted to Black Hills Children's Home, a youth treatment facility near Rockerville, South Dakota. Unfortunately, the staff weren't able to keep a proper eye on her, resulting in her running away from the facility on the 3rd of February 2019. A massive search effort involving over 1,200 people was launched, but despite their best efforts,
She was
they
never
couldn't
found.
find any clues about her whereabouts. The working theory was that she
Bro, how did somebody just go missing? Like that's very like, I just don't get it. Like there's like people to this day that's been missing for like 20 years. Like how,
ran into
where
the
do they
wooded
go?
area surrounding the facility, got lost, and succumbed to hyperthermia. However, police didn't rule out foul play. This is where the mysterious doorbell footage comes in. Many speculated that the girl in the video was Serenity, who had gone missing 9 months earlier. It's possible that a kidnapper took her to another state, and after
True.
months in captivity, she escaped and tried to ask for help. Though Serenity's family viewed the footage and said the girl wasn't her, many people online still believe it was.
I mean, you really can't. It looks like her, but you really can't tell. So
Unfortunately, none of the theories were ever confirmed or disproven. Investigators weren't able to find Serenity, and search efforts were officially suspended in early 2021, and the girl in the haunting doorbell video was never identified either, leaving her case an unsolved mystery.
bro, I feel bad for the parents because like you never get closure. Now it's like, damn, that's sad. Hopefully that never happens to anyone.
On the morning of July 31st, 2022, just before 11 a.m., 22-year-old Allison Duckrow and her mother returned to their home in Sydney, Ohio
Oh, yeah, I
after
seen this video.
breakfast. While making their way inside, an unknown car pulled into their driveway.
The ex-boyfriend, right?
A second later, the driver
Yeah.
approached the front door, 22-year-old James Rail, Allison's ex-boyfriend. The two had broken up over 18 months earlier and hadn't spoken since. The night before, he had sent her a creepy voice note saying he would visit her the next day.
Hi, Ellie. It's James. I just wanted to reach out to you because I just wanted to see how you're doing and maybe hear from you if that would be alright, I guess. It's been a while since I've talked to you, and I don't know.
It sounds like he might be on some type of substance.
I feel like it.
I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know what I feel. I do know that I do want to talk to you, though. I do. It'd be nice. Be sweet. It's probably late right now, but
Okay, that's
if
creepy.
you want
And
tomorrow, you could probably give me a call. And yeah, that's about it. Please give me a call back. Thank you.
Allison never responded or gave permission, but he showed up anyway.
oh,
She
yeah.
recognized him through the live camera feed and decided to ignore him. After
That nigga's a weirdo. If she ain't answer you, why are you pulling up? Like,
about 3 minutes, James left the porch only to circle the house looking for another way in. When that failed, he returned to the front door again and began trying to break his way in. When Allison and her family didn't open the door, he became agitated and started forcing it, with James refusing to stop.
what the fuck? Bro, these types of people that got like nothing to lose, bro. They'll put everything on the line. Let's say he did get him. What was he gonna do?
Allison's father was left with no choice but to use his firearm, ending the confrontation minutes later.
Damn.
The family had already called the police, but no one could have anticipated the scene that awaited them. Allison and her dad were questioned, and her father later stood trial on August 4th, 2022.
So if you would, I understand. Were you
Wait, did that? Wait, what?
4th, 2022. Questioned, and her father later stood trial on August 4th, 2022.
Why? Somebody was trying to break into his house to get to his daughter, and he protected his family. What?
So if you would, I understand. Were you aware of the text messages that James had sent your daughter last night?
Was not.
Okay, so your daughter did not share those with you?
No.
Okay.
Thanks to the doorbell camera footage, he was acquitted of all charges on the basis of
Okay.
self-defense.
Yeah, because I was gonna say if they charged him for or something like this.
On the night of January 18th, 2025, a homeowner in Carrollton, North Texas received a doorbell notification while out shopping. When she checked the live feed, she saw a mysterious man standing on her porch
fuck
dressed in
no.
all black with a red face and holding what looked like a cardboard box.
Yeah.
He moved closer, revealing that he was wearing a red satanic goat mask.
Oh fuck.
He
no.
rang the doorbell and then walked away, leaving behind a sign.
Revelation 21:21.
The words Revelation chapter 20, verses 1 to 15. The verse references the binding of Satan, resurrection, judgment.
describes a vision, a vision of Satan being bound in the abyss for 1,000 years, preventing him from receiving the nations during this time. Martyrs, other believers who refuse the mark of the beast are okay.
And eternal torment, making the visit even more disturbing. The homeowner called the police, but since the man hadn't committed a crime, they couldn't do much. As she later said in an interview, "I'm scared.
I mean, you could argue a little, maybe trespass, but yeah.
I'm scared to leave the house. I'm scared to be at the house." The story was later dropped by the media, and no follow-up information was ever reported.
People who do that, I feel like they're either mentally ill or are just bored, like have nothing going on in their life.
On July 21st, 2023, two elderly women visited the home of their friend, 58-year-old Sharon Gordon, in Dudley, UK. They hadn't heard from her in days, and upon entering, they discovered her lying face down near the stairs, covered in blood.
Oh.
Police arrived quickly and confirmed it was a homicide. Investigators then checked the doorbell footage, which showed the last visitor to Sharon's home, her contractor, Peter Norgrove. He initially claimed Sharon was alive when he left, but footage revealed him leaving with bloodstains on his trousers. Investigators also found the
Why'd he
weapon
kill
he
her?
used in his shed, and he later confessed. Sharon had hired him to build an extension, but after 15 months of delays and poor work, she confronted him. Peter lost his temper and attacked her with a hammer. He later pleaded guilty and was sentenced to life in prison. October 6, 2024, Kristen Paul was watching TV at her home in Fresno, California, waiting for her husband to return. Just after midnight, the doorbell rang. Assuming it was her husband, she opened the door, only to find an unknown woman with a crazed look. Christine slammed the door shut, but the woman became enraged and began trying to force it open. When that failed, she tried breaking in through
Oh,
a nearby
fuck
window.
no. What the f...
Christine called the police while arming herself for protection. Luckily, an officer arrived within minutes and de-escalated the situation.
Hi.
Fuck the escalator. Arrest the bitch.
Hi.
You live here?
Somebody tell me.
So why are you banging on the
Or
door?
is she having a mental breakdown?
Because my friend was there.
Despite her erratic behavior, the woman immediately calmed down when confronted by police and was taken into custody. Christine later said she was just thankful the officer wasn't a minute later.
Put her in a straitjacket.
On August 12, 2025, the Wilson family was asleep in their home in Midlothian, Texas. At around 1 a.m., 21-year-old Malia noticed a bright flash outside. When she ran downstairs, she saw their front yard engulfed in flames, just inches from the house.
Came halfway down the stairs and I seen this window right here just lit up in flames, and I just ran and got my dad.
She woke her father, who called the fire department. Firefighters arrived within minutes and extinguished the flames before they reached the home.
No,
The
that's
doorbell
good.
camera revealed that someone had poured gasoline around the house and set it on fire before fleeing. The suspect wore a hoodie and mask, concealing their identity. The
Why?
homeowner, Daryl Wilson, believed the attack was retaliation for a lawsuit he had filed against a former employer. However, police had not caught the arsonist, leaving the family terrified the attacker might return.
Bro, in situations like that, there's just nothing you really can do.
In the early morning of March 11,
They get caught, and if they don't,
2025,
shit, that they
a
never come
homeowner
back.
in North York, Pennsylvania, was awoken by strange movement on their porch. The footage showed a person wearing a colorful tie-dye cloak and a paper plate mask decorated with jagged teeth and red eyes. They carried a cardboard box, which they placed on the doormat before announcing themselves as the Box Demon.
I am the box demon.
The fuck is she?
A faint lullaby played in the background as they walked away into the darkness.
Yeah,
Thankfully, the box
you gotta
was
be
empty.
mentally ill. Or the
People
little
online later
the little
suggested
girl.
the figure was dressed as Dandy, a Roblox horror character, though the meaning behind the act remains a mystery.
That's gotta be a prank.
In June 2023, the mother of Instagram model Guste Genescate noticed something disturbing in their doorbell footage. An unknown man had been following Guste home and was seen lingering around the house. He looked through the windows and wandered around the property. Terrified, her mother called the police, but they
You see, this why it's good to have cameras, bro.
couldn't take action since no crime had been committed. Unable to sleep, Guste set up a rope booby trap in the yard. A week later, the man returned and tripped on it around 2 a.m. When
Stupid.
Guste checked the camera, she saw him standing right outside her bedroom window, staring inside.
Bro, he's gotta live the most boring life ever. Look, what are you?
She woke her mother, who banged on the window and scared him away. Another woman in the neighborhood later reported the same man.
At her
Despite
house?
having a clear image of his face, police were unable to identify him, forcing Guste and her mother to move. As of now, the stalker remains unidentified.
But How? You can see his face right there.
Late one night in an Alexandria, Virginia neighborhood, a doorbell camera captured pure horror.
Oh fuck no. I don't know why they made that little beat drop.
3 masked figures in full Halloween costumes stood outside a home at around 10 p.m. and refused to leave. One of the occupants, Shayla, initially thought it was a prank and even greeted them with Happy Halloween. But within seconds, the mood changed. The trio rang the bell, shook the doorknob, and kept knocking, the knocks growing louder and more aggressive.
They would, if it was my, they would not have liked what would happen. Gotta be a prank. Ain't no way.
Open the door! Open the door!
What the fuck?
When they couldn't force open the front door,
It's not a prank.
they moved to the backyard, slashed through
This
a
is
wooden
not a
fence,
prank.
smashed a deck screen, and pounded on the windows, taunting the family inside. They threatened to kill the occupants, telling them it's either you coming out or we coming in.
It's either you come out or we coming in!
The
You need some type of protection, bro. Like,
ordeal lasted about 6 to 10 minutes before the masked intruders finally left, but not before leaving the family shaken and fearful. The homeowner's
What do
daughter
they get
later
from
said
that?
they were forced into hiding and felt unsafe in their own home.
She just died, so it's just like, I'm just glad I was there. Now she's in fear. She don't want to stay there by herself. It could have been bad.
oh wait,
Our
it's not
Second
done.
Amendment right was not used and could have been, like,
Fact.
being very transparent.
Authorities launched a criminal investigation for attempted burglary and criminal threats.
Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video and want to see more type of content like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and also down below in the comments, tell me what is the scariest encounter you've had. Till next time, peace.